Why am I here? Why am I at the movie theater? Like, is this the new Freedom Church building? Like, I get asked that question, like, hey, are you moving to the movie theater? When's Freedom Church gonna get a movie, or when is Freedom Church gonna get a building? Kind of a common question. No. But what this building represents is vision, a dream, potential that I want to speak over you as we're in this Living Legacy series right now. That God has a purpose for your life, that you have meaning. There's a why behind your life. And you have God-sized dreams that are not buried inside of you. They are planted, and we're trying to water those things so we can see those things grow, and that we can see beyond, live for something that's beyond us, something that we can give to that's bigger than us. And to me, I brought you here today because this right here kind of represents that for me and for Freedom Church. Let me tell you about if we had a building. If Freedom Church ever had a building, which I have a dream that one day we would, that one day Freedom Church would have its own building. Right now we don't, because it's basically rent-free at the school. So that's pretty amazing. That's a God thing right there. And we may never have our own building. And I'm okay with that, because the church is not a building, right? You know this. Come on, somebody. Put it in. The church is not a building. You are the church. So as long as you are praying and seeking God, as long as you are obeying and you are telling other people about what God is doing in your life and telling people about Jesus, like, that's the church. That's the mission. Now, a building, what is a building? A church building is a tool. That's all it is. Right? So we will use whatever tools and resources God places into our hands, not for us, but we will use that for the community. So if we ever had a building in Los Alamos, I envision something like this. It kind of represents that. It would be Los Alamos. What does that mean? Somebody had a dream to have a movie theater, a place where the community could come together and laugh and cry and get scared. I don't do scary movies, but like watch movies. Well, that's kind of died. Wouldn't it be awesome if a church potentially had a place that was for the community and brought life back into it? Like, hey, we had a movie theater again. Doesn't cost any money. You just go and you can donate if you want. That would be awesome. But not just a movie theater. Like, what if it had like a kids center, a kids play area, where it was like a Chick-fil-A Playland area on steroids, to where that single mom with only a thread of patience that's going on with 3 kids, she could come and have her kids just have a blast and be loved on by volunteers, and she gets a break. Maybe it's a birthday party, a place that they can come to. We don't have anything like that here in Los Alamos. It's not that I know of, to where kids and families could come and play and have a great time, and it's free. We could give that to the community. Maybe there's like rock climbing or a bowling alley, or just a place where the community, like a center, could come. Maybe like in Los Alamos, if like for me, that vision includes small businesses, a home for small businesses who are struggling to find a home because it's so crazy right now. And I'm not trying to get into any political drama. Please stay out of the drama. I just want to, what if we were a home for small businesses where they could thrive, to really build life into our community? Have you ever been to Tin Can Alley down in Albuquerque? Let me know if you have. That, to me, it's kind of like a mall food court, but it's cool because it's got indoor seating, outdoor seating, 5 or 6 restaurants that you could go to, and I'm just like, man, this atmosphere is great. I just kind of want to hang out here. What if the church created the building for Los Alamos as a tool to share the gospel? Like, I don't need a building every single day of the week. I just need it for a few hours on a Sunday. So for the rest of the week, we just give it to the community. That, if we ever had a building, Freedom Church, that is what it would be for. Not for us, but for the community. I want to dream with you today, and I want to kind of go on a walk with you guys. So bear with me and let's go. All right, let's go for a walk. I want to talk about not church dreams. That's a dream. It's important. It's God-sized. There's no way I could do that. But more importantly, you have dreams inside you. And I want to talk about those. We're in a Living Legacy series. And I firmly believe that God has stuff planted inside for you now in this season here in Los Alamos. You're here for a reason, or wherever city you're watching this from. You're there for a reason. I think God wants to bring some of those dreams to life starting now. I did something in the beginning of this year that I kind of want to share with you, and I'd like to take you through it this week. It's called a dream board, and a dream board was really a simple idea and a simple concept. The idea was to write out some dreams, some things that you'd like to see happen in the next year, 2 years, 3 years. I don't really go for 5 because given with COVID, it's too hard to even know beyond, but you could. But then I write them down. Took those same dreams and I wrote them down. In my case, I took pictures. So, for instance, one was a book. I didn't really get to it. I didn't finish a book, but I took some steps towards that this year. Another one was I wanted to go on vacation. So I did the things that got me in that direction. Another one was I had some financial goals. And it required that if I wanted to meet those financial goals, couldn't do it this year at least, sort of a miracle. So, but at the same time, like I started saving this year so I can meet some of those financial goals in a couple years. I did it with my kids. I made a dream board with my kids. They wanted to go fishing this year. They wanted to catch a fish. That was a dream of theirs. Age 6 and 9. So you can imagine 2 little boys. They want to catch fish. Okay. So we went fishing. Now they didn't meet that goal because I'm a terrible fisherman. And we went fishing 3 separate times and never caught a stinking fish. All right, but we tried. We gave it our all. They wanted to be in a Pokemon Go tournament, so we kind of helped them along the lines with that. They wanted to play soccer, and so they played soccer this year. You have goals. You have dreams. Most of us have not written them down. We haven't told anyone about them. They stayed inside. What we learned a couple weeks ago in Living Legacy, like the most expensive real estate on the planet is not where your home's at, not Los Alamos. It's a cemetery. The place where dreams are buried. Most people don't honor the dreams that God has placed in their life. And so for us in this series, most people have not honored the dreams that God has placed in their life. And so for us in this series, I don't want that to be you. I don't want that to be us. I really believe that God has something big for you. So if you're interested, like on this week, let me know in the chat if I will sit down in Freedom Online. I'll do a live this week if you're interested, and I will I'll do a dream board session with you guys. I'll just kind of take you through my process and different areas and things that I'm thinking about and talking about. And then that can help you kind of create yours. But we're actually going to write these dreams down, because here's the deal. It seems crazy. Your dreams seem crazy. Like me writing a book seems crazy. I know, but at the same time, it's crazy until it happens. Think about all the greats of faith. Whatever God was doing in their life, it seemed crazy. David killing Goliath. Like the whole nation was afraid, and David, a teenager, he comes and does it. Noah building an ark. It seems crazy until it happens. Until you see God move and do something amazing. I want some of those moments for you and your dreams to come true in 2022. I want you to be in alignment with God in your life and say, oh my gosh, this is like crazy amount of faith, and yet boom, it happens. Now, if you're like me, you look at a movie theater and you're like, there's no way. There's no way that could ever happen. Like, we might look at our bank account and that dream is not possible. Wisdom, with reality, would say that's not happening. So this isn't one of those where you just dream it and it's going to automatically happen. But I want to say this, start small. Start small. What can you do today that can move you one step closer towards that dream in 2022? What can you do that will move you one step closer to that dream today? You can take one small step. This reminds me of the young boy sitting in a crowd of about 10,000 people. It's getting late in the day and they're all hungry. They're wondering, where are we going to get some food? Because there ain't no restaurants open. It's like Los Alamos on a Sunday afternoon. There ain't nothing open. The disciples were with Jesus at the time, like, Jesus, you're leading this thing. Yeah, you food? No, you go get some. And they're like, we're gonna have to work forever. We're gonna have to work for months just to get enough resources to get these people some food. And then there's this young boy that's in the crowd. And he's got 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. To which the disciples, I don't know how they coerced him from it. I don't know if they threatened him, like, give me your lunch, boy. But they got it. That boy gave up all that he had, what little he had. They looked at it. And you can read this in John. They looked at it, they said, what good is this? And that voice about your dream and what you have to offer to your dream, you're looking at it like, I don't have enough. What good is this? That voice, that's not coming from when you place this, whatever that is, however much that is, into the hands of Jesus. Because Jesus says, hell, that's all you got? Because that's all I need. That's a small amount. All you got's a small amount. Well, guess what? I'm about ready to put the all in small. Put that in the comments, all right? For whatever God's planted in your life, you're not going to bury that thing. Oh, it's just a small little seed. No, that thing's a mustard seed about ready to blow up and grow up and do something amazing and big. I want a church that has big, risky faith. And part of that is you gotta start writing some of these things down. Life is too short. It is like a mist. And you have this vision that's out in front of you. And you're like, is God in it? I don't know. But if you would start taking steps in that direction, God's going to start moving and he'll show you. No. A movie theater? No, that's not what I had. I had something even bigger and greater plan. Or no, that is. Keep moving. Keep going. That's it. But you're not going to see God move if you don't take any steps along the way. That boy wasn't going to feed the thousands if he didn't. Well, here's my 5 loaves and 2 bread. And Jesus says, that small amount, that's all I need. Some of you need to hear that. Dream big, start small. Dream big, start small. Put it in there. Come on, you got to tell yourself, dream big, start small. I can take one step today. And I can give my all. I remember my dad. I would have some tests, and I kind of had some anxiety about the test and score, and I'm not going to get an A, and we don't deal with that in Los Alamos at all, right? But my dad calmed all my fears. He said, Mike, did you do your best? Like, did you study? Did you spend time studying and getting into it? You said, yeah, Dad, I did my best. It's like, then that's all I want. I don't care if you got a D or a C or a B. Like, if you did your all, that's all I want. And same for God. Actually, it says this: trust in God with all your heart. It's out of Proverbs. Trust in God with all your heart. All. Put that in the comments. All. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all that you do. Slow down. Take a Sabbath. Seek God in all. And he will show you which path to take. Dream big. Start small. Seek God and he'll show you which path to take. I want a living legacy for you, something that lives beyond you. God's planted a desire inside of you. And you may be thinking, well, that's not much. That's not that big of a thing to go on a vacation. Well, maybe there's some rest that you need in there. Maybe, it's not, I was just going to write a book. No one's ever going to read it. Who's telling you this? If God's planted that inside of you to go and write a book, do it. If he's planted inside of you to save, put something in savings, do it. If he's planted something inside of you to give, to be generous, do it. And just see what happens on the other side. Who are you to tell God that, you can't? Stop telling God what he can't do, because he wants to do something through you. Here's the mustard seed. Jesus said, if you have faith, even as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. And then he caps it off by saying, nothing is impossible. I want to see this mountain move in Los Alamos. This mountain, Los Alamos. I want to see God move. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. You need to hear that today. That your dreams, whatever reason, God has put it in there and planted it inside you, and nothing is impossible. Even with a little bit of faith. If that's all you got today, give him your all, and God's going to move. He's going to move mountains. Nothing's impossible. You know who else was told nothing's impossible? Mary. Angel told Mary, you're going to be the mother of the Messiah. She kind of asked him some questions, and she says, may it be done. That angel said, hey, nothing is impossible with God. This Christmas season, we're telling you, get a word from God in this season. A word. It seems so small, but it could be the birth of a dream, the birth of a legacy. And all we're asking is to get a word from God, and let's celebrate that God spoke to us on December 12th and see what he's going to do in us and through us. Start small. And you'll start to see, like, who's God calling me to be? You'll start seeing a little purpose in your life. Kind of the why, the meaning. But there's not just a why. Why am I here? What do you want me to do? There's a who behind it too. There's a who, like your dreams, your legacy, there's going to be a who behind that too. I mean, like, Jesus came to seek and save those who were lost. That was his mission. When he was on earth, he had a why. This is my mission, to bring redemption. But he also had a who. Who is he doing it for? When you start doing that thing and taking one step towards your dream, you're going to find out there's a who on the other side too. And all of it, I'll cap it out with this. It's to give God glory. Your dreams in alignment with Jesus, your dreams in his hands. Hey, this is all I got. You place that in his hands. God gets the glory. I'm not doing this for my own glory. Glory does not look good clothed on me or you. Glory looks good when it's on God, and that's in its correct place and where it needs to go. All of this is about giving him glory. So in this time, in this season, in this year, get a word from God. Let's write out those dreams. If you want to do a dream board session with me, and we can walk through that together. If you want to do one with your kids, and we can talk together on how we might do that with their kids. We put these dreams, we put them in front of us where we see them every day. Like, your dreams, they ought to confront you. They ought to sit there, and you got to wrestle with that and work on that. But then you see them happen. And then you praise God, and you thank him, and you give him the glory. Dream big dreams. Available. It seems beyond me that we could even pursue something like that. And maybe we will, maybe we won't. It's not a building. It's about how do we reach this community. The vision Jesus has always given me. We're going to reach this town. If it takes a building to do that, we'll do that. If it's through the internet, we're going to do that. Like, one thing you could do, my goal this year, we're going to invite the entire town of Los Alamos to Christmas Eve at Ashley Pond. Now, will they all come? No. But can we actually invite everyone? Yeah. How? How are we going to do that? How are we going to get the word out? You know, it's real simple. Social media. That's it. If you jump on and you see our 12 Days of Christmas ad, you can share that on your post, on your feed. That's going to reach hundreds of people, just you alone. And if everybody does that, and when we come, like, it can explode. We can reach this whole town and invite them for free in a place that they would listen and be comfortable, like, kind of seeing it. It's doable. It's big. I want to pray over your dreams as we close this out. Jesus, thank you for planting things in our lives. So part of my discomfort in this is like, is this from you or is it not? Well, I don't know. But I can take some steps towards it and see, and I trust that you're going to guide me and let me know. Seek you with all my heart. Lean not on my own understanding, and you will show me the path to take. When I give you my all, you're going to show me which path to take. So I'm gonna trust you in that. That's a promise that I'll take to the bank. I'll give you my all so you can show me. So Father, I just pray over these dreams, whatever they are. Give us direction, give us wisdom, give us insight, give us the courage to take those steps. Give us the wisdom to know and discernment to know which doors are open, which ones are closed. Help us in this season to see the dream bigger than things that we can even think or imagine. Like, just to dream big and start small. To not be afraid, but to take that next step of faith. Help us to have that crazy faith. That vision that seems almost impossible, but nothing's impossible with you, God. Nothing is impossible. We'll start with the mustard seed faith, put it in your hands, and we'll trust. We'll take the 5 loaves of fish or the 5 loaves and 2 fish, and we'll put it in your hands because that's all we got, and we're going to trust that you're going to do immeasurably more. For some of you today, you want to give your life to Christ. You've never taken that step. Well, let's do that today. Just comment and say, I want to give my life to Jesus Christ. Why? Because that's his mission. That's the whole reason why we're doing what we're doing, is to see people come to know their Creator. Why would we ever have a building? Why? So we get the word out, get the good news out about that God loves humanity. That's what this whole season is about. God coming to earth. Because he loves them and he wants a relationship with them and he wants one with you. So if you've never given your life to Christ, hey, I'm trying to live for myself. I'm living a sinful life. I'm not perfect. I need help, right? Well, God came to help. He came to save, not just help. He came to save. And he's not going to fix you. He'll make you brand new. You surrender your life to him. Just say, hey, I'm going to live for Jesus now. I'm not going to live for myself. I believe Jesus is God. I believe he died on the cross for my sins. And I believe he rose from the dead. And because of that, I have victory now. Because of that, I have meaning. I have hope. I have salvation. I'm going to spend eternity with him. But before that time, I'm going to bring heaven to earth right here. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. My job, I'm going to bring heaven to earth. I'm going to be a light and spread hope no matter where I'm at. Be it in a movie theater, be it at Aspen Elementary, be it in my home, at my job, be it online. Wherever I'm at, I'm going to shine and I'm going to be a light. Let's go. Let's do that together. So if that's you, if you want to surrender your life to Christ for the very first time, put it in the comments. Let us know. We'll follow up with you. We got some next steps resources for you to kind of help you out on that journey. For everybody else, let's dream. Let's dream big. Let's leave a legacy and let's keep going. All right? So next week, Mr. Seth, first time preaching. Let's celebrate and just God's going to have an awesome word for you. December 12th, we got an awesome service where you're going to bring a word, bring a gift. 12 Days of Christmas is starting up that same day too online, so go ahead and share that event. Christmas Eve at Ashley Pond. Invite people, come. It's going to be special. God's going to save. Come serve in any way that you can, and let's go. Let's build these legacies. Let's build these dreams, and let's see God do amazing things so he gets all the glory. All right, Freedom. Love you guys. Have a great one, and we'll see you soon. Bye. I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to listen to the message today. I hope you felt inspired to take your next step of faith with Jesus. Just a couple next steps that you can take coming out of this. One, leave a review or a comment or share this message. That really does spread the message further and faster when you do that. Secondly, if there's a next step that you need to take coming out of this, head on over to our website, click Get Involved, and let us know exactly how you can take your next step. We would love to partner with you in in that. And finally, if you have been impacted in a positive way through our ministries, or your family has been impacted in a positive way through our ministries, go on over to our website and click give. And if you want to partner with us financially, that would be huge in getting the message of Jesus out through our ministries. Thank you again for stopping by the podcast. Have a wonderful week. God bless.